Good afternoon, Nifties. Welcome to Knitsery Nicole. I am Nicole, and we are a crafting community. So grab your work in progress, also known as a whip, and let's get started on our 10-minute crafting break. Today I am working on block 22 of my Annie's craft kit, and it is it's just treble stitches. What do they call it? Like treble crochets, and all the way across. And I have already messed this up in excellent Nicole fashion, and I didn't have enough stitches. I don't know what happened, but I already messed it up. So I am already frogged it, and already frogged it. I was on like row 3. So I bought a new hook G 4.0, and it is smaller than the smallest one that I had. So I cast on, I think 30, and then now I'm just doing my treble stitches. I am drinking Ube Coffee. It is a Ube Vietnamese coffee. I actually got it on, okay, let's see. Here's my ruler. And if I pull it out just a little bit, it is 7 inches, so that's perfect. Okay, so I actually got this coffee on Sunday, and today is Tuesday. And on Sunday, I knew I didn't want to drink it right away, so then I put it in the freezer, and I was going to drink it on the video that I made on Sunday, like a little treat. But then I forgot that I had put it in the freezer, and I had like done some other errands. And so when I went to pull it out, it was frozen solid. So then I don't know what I drank on Sunday, but then on Monday, I took it out of the freezer, and I was like, oh, I'm for sure going to drink it on today's video. But then I didn't make a video, and so it's been in the fridge, but now it is with me here, and it is not as good as when it's fresh, which is just the case with so many food items, right? Okay, so what happened earlier was that I made it, and then at the end I was supposed to count it, and there are supposed to be 27 treble, they call them treble crochets. But for some reason I only had 26. And then so I was on row 3 when I actually counted again, which is my issue. I had a phone call in the morning, and I talked with that person way longer than I thought I was going to. And so I was like, oh, let me just pull out my knitting, because it was a phone call. And actually this is crochet, but I thought, let me just pull it out and then, work on it a little bit. But then of course what happened, I messed it up. And then I couldn't figure out where to put that other treble, because it looked like I had made one on the top of each of the other ones. So I'm still not sure what's going to happen right now. I'm going to get to the end, and then we're going to count again. And if necessary, I will have to do it again. So this kit really calls for 2 sizes of crochet hook, and they provide you the first time with yarn, and it's like a worsted weight yarn, maybe it's acrylic. And if you remember, I love bamboo, and this is kobu, which is cotton and bamboo. And then so I needed to use smaller hooks because it's a little bit thinner, and I did. But then so I tried to make this treble crochet. Actually, I did this on when I was in Hawaii, and I did make it, but it was huge. So then I tried to make it on the smaller of the 2 hooks, and it was also huge. And so then I actually had to buy, because I was missing, I have a 3.5, but I didn't have a 4, so I actually had to buy one. And I'm super excited because this is, my color. Well, it's one of my colors. Actually, this is my favorite color, but this is like so close to being next. Anyway, so because of that, I just bought a new hook. Okay, let me see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27. Okay. But see, this is what confuses me. And, well, I guess right here, it kind of, I guess they're kind of in the middle. Because look, right here, this is the one that's confusing me. It looks like there's two, like, squeezed in right here. That's confusing to me. Let me tell you that you never have this problem in knitting. Okay, so then I tried to do a standing treble crochet by making it really long and then flipping twice. But the issue with that is that I put it right here, and then when you do that, it uses that one up. And really, I can't use it up because if I do use that space up, then I only get 26, and that's what happened to me earlier. So I'm just gonna have to chain 4, just like it says. 2, 3, 4. I'm on row 3. There we go. I've got my little row counter. It's hard to see, but I have that. Okay, and then now I'm going to go back to my trebles. Oh, you know why? Because this one, I forgot that this is supposed to be a chain 3, and a chain 3 is your treble plus your top stitch. I think that that's my issue. So right here, I actually should have, I like squeezed it in over here, but it should have been right in here. What should I do? I feel like if I do it now, I'm gonna have to undo this again. Is screaming acceptable? Nifties. You know how they say, oh, crochet is so relaxing? Well, it's relaxing when you don't mess it up. Okay, also, probably, maybe most people would just let it go. But I am not most people. And, yes, I'm just going to try again. Because the other thing is that, like, I'm learning, right? I'm learning, I'm thinking about it, and that's important. It's important to learn and to be better than you were. And let me tell you, I've learned right now something important. So, okay, so here I have this, and I was right. So I think I can do the standing treble. So I am going to do the standing treble because I did like it better. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can execute on camera. Okay, so I have to pull it up and to make it pretty tall because it's got to twist twice. So pretty tall. Okay, remember we hold 1, 2, and then yarn over. Here we go. We're going to pull through 2. 1, 2, 3. Was that right? Dang, I have to do it again. Someone walked outside my office and then, okay, it's also splitting. So let's try to kind of bring that all together again. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and then insert. So pull through 1, pull through 2. Oh yeah, I think that's right. Okay, this one seems to be a little bit too big. One more time, guys. Nifties, I'm sorry. Part of the reason I call you Nifties is because I hate to say guys, but then, you know, when there's a plural, I could say y'all, but maybe that adds too many languages. Okay. In Spanish, there's ustedes, and then in French, you could say vous, like to be a plural. Okay, so I think that's good. It's not perfect, but when I go to knit in the top, or the crochet in the top, it'll be okay. I did not do enough then. 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Right now there's a heat wave in California, but supposedly there's gonna be thunderstorms or something. So I'm super excited for that because I love the rain. Okay, I think I'm getting on track again. How frustrating. At any rate, I am doing it, and I am better, and I think the gauge is good on this one, so it was worth buying that hook. And you saw my little setup for hooks, so I feel like if I just buy them as I need them, I usually keep track of them pretty well. So it's kind of like an investment. It wasn't too expensive. I think it was only like $4 or $5. And this coffee cost like $4 or $5. So just about the cost of a coffee. So totally worth it. Well, Nifties, our time is up. I appreciate you taking some time to relax with me and to work through my process. And I hope that I will see you tomorrow. Please, please. Oh, I wanted to thank Yazzie. She posted this great puzzle that she worked on, and it was a surprise puzzle. And I'm sure she thought, ooh, that'll be so fun. But it sounded like she was frustrated in the end. It's so funny because we did, she and I both did separately, not together, those missing pieces puzzles, which are so fun, but it was also a little bit frustrating because I like to look at the picture. At any rate, thank you, Yazzie, for posting your progress, and I want to see everyone else's progress too. So please post that on our threads. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you later, alligator.